is for the journalists themselves to understand what climate change is and how it affects their communities. Once they understand it very well, now they can now disseminate that information to communities. Because for a lot of people, they don't understand that some of the things that they're doing is causing climate change. So once journalists understand, they can now explain to people what climate change is, why it affects them, how it affects them, and how they can be able to alleviate it. For instance, if maybe burning trees to make charcoal is a problem in your region, and you as a journalist understand that burning trees to make charcoal can aggravate climate change, so it's up to you to understand and tell those stories to the people to understand why it's important for them to find other sources of energy. That's number one. And number two, the importance of breaking down information into a way that can be understood is very, very important. Because when people talk about climate change, it's very technical. It's up there. So a lot of our people don't understand what this is all about. Because people have lived the way they have for a long time. A lot of us are farmers, or you keep animals, or you do activities that you've been doing for a long time. Now someone is coming to tell you, no, the way you've been doing it is wrong. So I think it's important to break down information for people, to the communities, so that they understand what climate change is, so that they're able to start taking understanding when they're told you have to stop doing things this way. You need to explain to them why they need to stop doing things the way they have. So journalists need to understand. Once they do, now they explain it to the people well. I think it's fantastic. I'm one of the nominees. I did a story about how women in a rural village are planting trees and how it's changed the environment and it's changed their lives. And I think it's motivation for journalists, yeah, to tell these stories, because when you get nominated in an IGAD award, it's a big deal. It means someone somewhere appreciated the work that you do. So I think it's important, and I like that it's getting bigger every year. I'm sure next year it'll even be bigger. So I'm really happy to be a nominee, and I'm really glad that IGAD is doing this. I think it's very, very important because IGAD has been accepted by the countries that are members of IGAD. And IGAD is an important organization in all these countries. So when IGAD speaks, these countries have to listen. Okay? So I think it's important for IGAD to engage governments, because you may have the best intentions, but if governments are not ready to take it up and take it forward, there's no need. So I think the respect that IGAD has in these countries that are members of it is important. And it's up to them now to take up the matters with the particular governments, because the issues in Ethiopia are different from those in Kenya. The issues in Kenya are different from those in Somalia. The issues in Somalia are different from those in Uganda. So I think it's up to IGAD as this body to now look at how they can engage each of these governments for all those issues: peace, security, resilience building, climate change. And I think they're doing a good job.